Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black with a Strat Time report, and let's take a look at what is going on in the SPY. Here, you'll notice here in the weekly, we got a big range on this week. How are we going to get outside of that either today or tomorrow or next week, right? So we always want to be aware of that, right? So what we do have here, yesterday we closed inside on the 60 and then gapped up just slightly, but you can see all four of these hours still stuck in this, right? And that gives you the inside day. So when they tried to rally this morning, the problem was an extreme lack of leadership. There was nothing really going, right? And so, let me see what's going on here. There's nothing really going, so it doesn't surprise me to stall out. Plus, you have an inside day. We got to get out of here, right? But then we have some tech backing off, and I'll get to that in a second. QQQ here also now 5 hours stuck into here. Still an inside day, and look at this, doji on the week. How are you going to get outside of that thing? Another thing to remember, and I talked about yesterday, here's once it starts dropping back in. Remember, right here's where the Fed came out, that Fed news, right? That's what we want to know about. They came back up to it and couldn't get back through it, right? So as far as market's concerned, that news is still negative, right? That's still bad. It's still having some problems. So if we got Apple earnings coming out here, and it's right now inside day like a lot of things, but also deteriorating, right, from the Fed levels, right? We got earnings coming out, so we'll see. We already have our outside month in there. Doji on the week, but earnings coming. Things still just starting to deteriorate here. You'll also hear me talk about just minding the gap list that I tweet out in the morning. And if you go to the 6, you see STX. There you go. The 2-1-2 reversal, and there you go. Nice little day when this breaks below 110. There you go, almost $3 so far. We'll see. So if we go back to the diamonds now, and diamonds once again stuck in here, inside day. So a bunch of this kind of stuff, we can expect some back and forth. But like I said, there's like no leadership. If you go to the small cappers, they're getting a little worse, going to take out yesterday's lows. That's something I'd want to know about. So oftentimes people talk about, trading futures or whatever. And I'm like, well, you want to try and watch all the major ones against each other. You can see who the weakest one was. You can see on the 60 here, this goes inside. But this thing comes right back in. And there's your rev strat. 1, 2, 2 down and still going. So small cappers, you're losers. So what we've been using like for the upside has been the XLE. But that goes up and backs off. It's not the end of the world on this thing, but it's not leading, right? That's a problem because you're going to need some leadership if you're going up. You don't have it. FAS, nope, not you. So, and we know tech is coming in, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. If anything, bonds coming back, TLT. TLT, there's a kicking pattern on the daily. Bright red bar, gaps back up, and boom. Anybody got short this yesterday? Screwed. Kicking pattern to the upside. You had your inside 60 right there to get in. Not bad. We'll see how that goes. And you can see here on the monthly, all that's doing is forming this tight broadening formation. The higher high and the lower low. And now coming back into the range. I know that's really thrilling, but that is what it is. We did have like some of the big boys try to fight back this morning. Like Gig. But still inside day. Netflix tries to come back up on this, but then just kind of stalls out. So it wasn't going to be those guys either as far as leading the market. Amazon here, still inside day. Like, oh, we're going to go up. No, you're not. You're going to stay down there as inside day. So no leadership really. If you go to Kimberly Clark, and Kimberly Clark, some people stay on the gap list more than a day, and you're going to see this. 2 down, 2 up, reversal on the day, comes up to fills the gap. You can watch that with XLP, not too exciting either. Market's staying a little heavy as well, it should. In the shenanigans department, INDO. Look at this thing. A nice little range you got there, buddy. 3 to 9. So you might want to keep an eye on that for some scalping opportunities. We'll see. Right now it does this on the 30. 2 down by taking out the lows, 2-2 reversal here. Over 569, starting to come back up. We'll see if anything comes of that. PKG. And PKG gaps up and holds its gap. Not very thrilling either. Well, we'll see. Inside in the 60 tries to come back down. We'll see how that goes. Right now, Q's going towards the lows, and we're going to get to these things real quick here. So I'm trying to find some up stuff. BLL, Ball Corp. You see this gaps up and comes back through this choppy range. Lower low, higher high, broadening formation to see if there's more to it on the outside week. I'm not even going to waste my time on this long side. This looks like garbage. And then we go to SMH, Heavy Eddie over here, SMH. And you can see this SMH. What do we look for? Inside day, poke up, boom, rev strat, 1, 2, 2 to the downside. All right, full time frame continuity to the downside when that 60's red. Right, we know that. AMD, how you doing, buddy? 3-2, outside day, down into the low, still the inside month to the downside. These things are having problems with the Xilinx. Xilinx, give me outside day. Gaps up and coming back in. And you can see this on the 60 here. 2 up, 2 down reversal on the gap list. And if you went to the 30, you got here. Not that hard. 2 up by taking out the highs. 2 down, boom. And that's 2-2 reversal on the 30. Below 185.80, trading 176 a 9 blocker. That ain't bad. If we go to NVIDIA, what'd it do? 2-2 reversal on the 30, right? And what's this? Inside day, poke up. Below here, that's rev strat to the downside with the rest of the SMHers. Qualcomm getting closer to that. Here, inside day. 2, 1, 2, 2, and down goes Qualcomm off the inside 30 here. Still trying to work. We go to LRCX. LRCX, all sorts of problems having earnings coming out here, and just going down here off this looks like a 3 to the downside, taking that out, having some problems. So you can watch all those semis. SWKS here, also inside day, poke up, boop, rev strat to the downside. SMH having problems, and that was off the 30 right there, inside on the 30, and down she goes. Because my last night's video was pretty much just rev strats to the downside. Texas Instruments, inside day, 2, boom, down she goes. SMHers in trouble here to start the day. If we go to Riven, and Riven, there you go, starting off the day here. Take out some highs, 2-2 reversal on the 30, coming back down. Off here, once again. Inside day, 2 up, boom, rev strat to the downside. They're also going that way in the memes. AMC on the daily, once again, inside day, poke up, boom. Now let's see if we can go down and take these guys out. I also did it here on the 30, as you can see. They're inside, up, and then back down. Tells us we can keep an eye on the memes. GameStonk. GameStonk, just a 2 up, stop them out, shooter. Stop all these guys out. Triangle out. 2-2 reversal, 2 up, 2 down on the day, having some problems. GameStonk. We're still losing the broader averages here, folks, as well we should. If we go to UPST, and UPST, 2 up, 2 down, shooter on the day, right? Coming down, right? Still doji on the week, but you're coming back to a previous range, and that's always something you want to do. We had earnings from Tesla. So Tesla, the good thing about the gap is because of the range yesterday, it was still inside day when it opened. So you have the opportunity when it hits this, the 2-2 reversal on the day right here. Below 906, trading 859. That's what I'm talking about, off the inside 30 to the downside to trigger that, which then triggered that. You see? There's your combination with your outside month. We already knew about that. If we go to JD in China. Okay, JD does this on the daily. The 2 up by taking out the highs. Boom, 2-2 reversal here on the daily. These two become an outside bar of those two. Right? China having some problems, and that reconfirms this weekly. 2 up, 2 down reversal on the week. Bam, bam, down she goes. If we go to Lucid, and Lucid having a time here. You can get a 60 maybe. Oops. Trying to see if we get that 60 to break more, because you have this month, inside month to the downside, like NVIDIA, AMD, and a bunch of things here, right? So one of the ways you want to be able to gauge magnitude is you can look for outside bars. So you can see this thing is an outside bar of that, which give you the higher high of that and the lower low of that. So there was your broadening formation on your weekly. Then it tries to expand the 322 right here. And when that works, it just ran out of time. We're expecting it to take that out because broadening formations get bigger. Now you've got your higher high and now your lower low again, right, to take this out. So Lucid does its job there, and for the month, still inside month and down, so having some issues. Keeping an eye on all this kind of stuff. AMD still skirting the lows. Like I said, not a lot of leadership. We've been, focusing on, who can hold us up, but if you look at the sectors, it just isn't there. If you go to TGTX, oh boy, smoked. And we call this the 1 bar rev strat month. The 313 Detroit Motor City Madhouse. All right, so when this thing starts to fail, we're looking to take that and that out, which we got. And if you look at the daily, sets it up. Here's your outside day. 2 up, 2 up. Boom, back to the previous range, and down she goes. And the 30's a little fast on that one, but we'll see if that sets up again for us. Let's go look at AFRM. AFRM, same pattern on the daily that we're looking for. Inside day, to poke up, boom, 122 rev strat. Still some more magnitude to take that down, and there's your inside 30 to the downside. So, like I said, we're losing a few here as well. We should, because a lot of these things, absolutely no leadership. SMH, MU still coming down once again. Inside day, poke up, boom, rev strat MU. So we'll see if these things, if the broader averages can hold on to these inside days, or if they continue to drop them. Also losing some Bitcoin stuff like SI, MSTR, the usual suspects over there. So be aware, we are still an inside day, right? And so we always want to mine the new 60, right, just to see if these things are going to continue. But right now, tech's still back in trouble. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Russ with us, Missing the Black Strat Time Report.